it's Sue from Crafts to Enjoy and welcome to my craft room this afternoon. Today I'm going to show, I've had a request from someone to show me, do a video to show how I've made one of these. It actually holds a 3x3 inch post-it notepad. So, which is obviously this size. So I'm going to put that in it in a few, just to show you how I've done it. So it actually has magnets to hold it shut like so. So I'm going to show you how we've done that. So I'm going to start off with my Simply Scored scoring tool. Scoring board rather. Hope you can see that on there. So the measurements, don't worry about the measurements, they're all over on my blog, so you can pop over there and get them. So that's a bit easier for everyone. So this measurement, I'll just quickly tell you, it's what is it? 7.5 inches long by 3 3/4. Sorry, 3 1/4. So and we're going to score at 1.5 inches, 1 7/8, 5 inches, and 5 3/8. So I count along 1, 2, 3, and go like that. So that's the scoring done on that piece, and then I'm going to, while I'm still here, this is our handle piece. I don't know if you can see on there, all I've done is I've got a 1/2 inch piece of card that's 6 inches, scored it in half, glued it, and then just sort of tucked it in underneath there. So I'll show you how I've done that in a second. So I hope you can still see that. It's a bit fiddly to do this piece, the 1/2 inch piece, but just take your time with it and move your fingers round and keep pushing it into the corner. It does get there eventually. I can't like this score ball because obviously at the end, can you see the end there? Oh, can't start turning it around. Yeah, it actually holds the tool itself, so it saves it getting lost in your craft room. So wherever you're crafting, you do need a bone folder. Let me get my bone folder. Where's it gone? Where's my bone folder gone? Oh, where's it gone? I had it here. Whoopsie. I don't know that one. That's an old one I've got. I've stamped it up on somewhere and it's disappeared. Everything but what I'm looking for. I've got everything out ready apart from a bone folder. Okay, we're going to have to go with that one. So, yeah, I'm just going to fold that in half. Just be a bit careful when you're folding it. It needs to be firm enough but not too heavy so you're sort of damaging it too much. So I'm just going all over all my scored lines to make them nice and crisp. So that's that piece done. So that's going to go together like that, and my post-it note's going to sit in there, and my little book's going to sit in there like so. That's going to be quite cool. And obviously we are going to put some magnets on there to close it. That's exciting. So I'm just going to do our corner rounders on the top piece. So as you can see on this one, I've made it take the corners off. So I'm using the Trio corner punch. I love this little thing. I absolutely love it. Obviously it does three different functions. But obviously you just press down flat with it. You don't sort of rock it, do it at an angle. So just do it flat with the palm of your hand, I find best. So I'm also going to get this is our top quilted piece, and I'm also going, while I'm here with that, I'm just going to do the corners on that as well, on the outside corners. So that's all the corner rounding done. So I'm then going to put, actually the next thing I'm going to do is get the glue. Oh, actually no, I'll do that first. I'll do that quilted piece first. So I'm going to put that to the big shot. So that'll be that piece done. That's my big shot. I'm using the, I think it's called the quilted mossing folder. I found that I was being a bit fussy really with it. I found because it's got a pattern on it, I wanted to have it so it wasn't just, it was quite neat looking when it's on the front of it. So I did actually line it up. So I found the way to do that was to just sort of pull it down a little bit, find where I wanted it to be, and then go up into it. So I'm just going to line that up about there, so you can I'm just doing it kind of by eye, but quite relatively precise. And I'm just going to pop it through the big shot. My plates are quite worn, so as they do after a while, but I'm just going to put that through the big shot. I'm just going to stand up to put that through. So I'm working around the wrong way, so hang on, let me just get that the right way. That's it. that through the Big Shop. Now, put that out of the way. So that's that piece done. Quite pleased with that. So it gives it a kind of a bit of texture, so I quite like that. So I'm just going to start gluing this together. I'm going to start with the handle first, because that's going to take a few minutes to dry. So I'm just going to run some glue along there, and just get my bone folder in and just help it to grab. Just get my bone folder and go along. Just helps to keep it nice and crisp. And that's going to take a few seconds for it to dry. So next I'm going to get my post-it note and I'm going to glue that in. These are quite quick to do actually. I can imagine doing these in an evening. They look fabulous, but who wouldn't like one of these at Christmas? So that's in. I've just glued that in. So next thing to do is to pop our magnet closure. I bought the magnets from eBay, so I will put, again, if you go on my blog, there's already a link there where I got them from. So obviously you have to check their polarity. So obviously last thing you want to do is get them in there and then not work the right way around. So the way I do it, I've got two there, the tiny little magnets, and the size, and that's also over on my blog. So how I've done that, I've got some, these are sometimes called glue dots or snot dots, so because they look a bit like a snotty bit, so that's what they're called. So I'm going to just double check that's going to work that way. So that one is going to go in there that way around. So I'm just going to get the snot dots there. I think you see that quite well. Put that like that onto the snot dot and then hopefully peel it off. The snot dot is there, and I'm going to position that where I think I'd like it to be. And then you find that these magnets are a bit strong, so you just need one to cover them, and two to help them not bang together so much. I've got 2 1/2-inch. I've just got a scrap of card here, as you can see. I've got 2 1/2-inch circles. I'm going to do the same again with the circle. Get the circle on there, pop that over the top. That's like that. I'm then going to affix the magnet to obviously the existing magnet. Oh, that came off then. Whoops, there we are. So I'm going to get that there. I've put a snot dot on there as well. So then if you fold it over and position it where you want it to be and line it up and press gently, it should hopefully, yay, stay where I want it to be. And then obviously I need to put the other second circle over the top of that one. So that should be nice and secure. So that's how I've done that. That looks quite cool. So I'm just going to pop the front of the bag together, because that's all finished now. I've made this a bit smaller, but you could make it whatever size you wanted to, really. And obviously if you are thinking about making a different size of the post-it notes, the pads itself, you just need to measure it. Like you can see, I've measured it on the side there. I've just done a little overlap, so you can make any size, the smaller ones. You know, I thought that was quite a good size one. So with the handle, I'm going to get my bone folder and just gently give it a bit of like I'm curling ribbon, but really gently. So that's to make a handle, a nice sort of handbag shape handle. So, and I'm just going to get the about sort of 1/4 inch there and just fold it back, and the same on this side. And then I'm going to just double check I've got the folded edge away from me or nearer to my desk. So my paper's gone a bit, that isn't doing everyone's head in. My score paper being the wrong way up. And then I'm just going to attach this to in there like so. So just put a drop of glue on each side. And then I'm just going to attach that in there. And the other side. That takes a few seconds for it to just, I've put a bit too much glue on there, but it will dry clear. So I'm just going to hold that there for a few seconds so it attaches itself. Allow the glue time to work. So obviously I do have a blog which all the measurements are hop on over all the measurements and scoring, cutting, everything I've used. Also, there's a list of what products I've used. So if you'd like to make them or do something else, I really like this quilted embossing folder. It's really useful. I've used it quite a lot on different projects, so it's been something I wouldn't normally choose actually, but I quite like to. I find different things sometimes that I make myself use it. So yeah, so there's our handbag. And finally, because it is Christmas, I thought I found some stars in my stash, and I thought, oh, what one should we put on there? So I could put silver on, or we could go a bit crazy and put some of these on. So I thought I might put some of these sort of holographic stars on for a change. So we could put in between or on there. Actually, I quite like in between. So I might put a few of them on. Well, it is Christmas, and someone might get this in their Christmas stocking this year. Some of my family or friends might be very lucky. Not long now to Christmas, is it, folks? I don't know where the year has gone. It's whizzed by, hasn't it? Whizzed by. I'm just going to put a few stars on there. Oh, that one looks a bit. Oh, that one looks a bit skew whiff. I'm just using my pokey tool or paper piercing tool to just get them off the backing sheet, and then I can transfer them onto my project quite easily. So just poke them like that at the side. Pick it up with that, and it gives you quite a hand free, really, to help position it and poke it in like that. So yes, I quite like that. That's really quite sparkly. Yes, so head on over to my blog, like I say, it's Crafts to Enjoy, CRAFTS 2 Enjoy. So I hope you've enjoyed this project. If there's something you'd like me to do that, or you've seen something you think, how do you do that? Tell me how to do that, Sue. I'd happily do a tutorial for you. So hope to speak to you soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.